Weirdest thing that ever happened to you that made you think that God was real? And I'm not talking about believing in some kind of universal energy. I'm talking.
My wife and I are both history nerds. We love going to museums, places of, historical significance. And a few years ago, we decided we were going to visit two places that we both always talked about going to but never had. And that was Waverly Hills and also the Silbog, since they're close by each other. We figured we'd go up one day and take a paranormal tour of the Waverly Hills, and then after that, head over to the Silbog for the rest of the night. So we went to Waverly, and then, that place is different. I'll have to make another video talking about my experiences there, but anyway. So we left Waverly, went to the Silbog. When we first got there, we kind of just wandered around, walking around the halls and stuff. And the floor we were on is the same floor where the Blue Lady's been spotted. But anyway, I don't know, that time of night, the hallways were like really dimly lit and just kind of gave it an eerie vibe. So after we walked around for a while, we went back to our room, and the day had been hot, muggy, and everything. So my wife decided she was going to take a shower. Well, while she was doing that, I sat down. I was looking through pictures on my phone that I took of Waverly Hills, and just kind of seeing if anything out of the ordinary was in any of the pictures. Well, when she got out of the shower, I figured, I'll take a shower too, and we'll go to bed. So I took a shower, and right when I was getting ready to lay down in the bed, I just started feeling like drained, like just incredibly exhausted, like tired and just almost weak, I guess. But I figured it had been a long, hot day and everything, so I was probably just tired and needed to sleep. And so we lay down, went to sleep, and the next morning, I'm not sure what time I woke up, but it's like something was putting these images in my mind, like memories from things that haven't happened yet, kind of comparing or showing me like how much better everything would be, like my kids, how much better their lives would be, and my wife's life, and friends, co-workers, just everybody, if I wasn't around. And it just, I can't really explain it. Like, it was non-stop, and it's like all the joy, happiness, everything, like things that I like doing for fun, like just all that was just wiped out of my mind. Like I couldn't think of anything. And like whatever it was, it's like it was telling me to like run out the window, or I don't know, I can't explain it. So I'm like laying in bed trying not to move, just struggling, trying to figure out why this is happening to me. And then my wife wakes up and she asks about going downstairs, getting breakfast before we leave and all that. And I told her, I was like, no, I've got to go. Like, I got to get out of here. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I cannot stay here for one more minute. So I slipped my shoes on like really quick, grabbed our stuff, and we headed out. And as we were leaving, it seemed like it was kind of fighting with me harder, just putting more crap in my mind that's just not real, just bogus. And so we get in the car, and she asked if I was going to drive, and I'm like, no, I'm not driving. Like, you need to drive. And luckily, as we were leaving, like, even though whatever this was that was trying to manipulate me, like, it was fighting harder. And I started praying. I'm like, God, I don't know what's going on, but I cannot handle this. Like, you got to make it stop. Like, I don't know what's going on. And so it persisted for a while, just relentless, I can't explain it, like just awful. And eventually we'd been on the road for a while, and it started seeming like, the farther we drove away, the less I could feel that, like almost like a presence, I guess. And by the time we drove like an hour and a half, which to me it felt like 5 or 6 hours, but it was really only like about an hour. And by the time we'd been on the road for that amount of time and got that far away, like finally, like it's just like gone. I was myself again, and still I can't make any sense out of it. But it just kind of made me realize that there's other things at work in this world. Like the devil, he's real. Demons or whatever you want to call them, they are here. You know, Jesus, he cast out demons and stuff in the Bible. Just because the Bible and all that was a long time ago does not make it any less relevant today, because for sure, like, in which I've always believed in God and everything. Like, there's countless reasons why, but actually having that happen to me, you know, it's like, I know God's real. I always have known God's real. And then that happening, it's like, okay, it's kind of like a little taste of hell, if you will. So, you know, it's just solidified all of it: heaven, hell, God, the devil. You know, that just kind of proved to me that, yeah, like, every bit of it is legit. And, you know, it's kind of like when you're a teenager, maybe you're late going to work or something, you know, so you're driving a little bit too fast, and you know the rules, the laws, and all that. And so you're speeding, and next thing you know, there's a state trooper, and he pulls you over. You're caught, right? You got consequences. So, you know, you don't really think about the consequences until it's right there, you know. And my preacher, he's mentioned countless times, you know, you got to be careful what you let go into your ears and your eyes. And that is legit. I agree with it wholeheartedly. And also, you really do have to be careful where you're at, you know, like what kind of environment you let yourself, you know, wander into, because sometimes you might, you know, end up getting more than what you really expected. But I hope everyone has a blessed week. And, you know, I thank God for everything, like waking up every day. You know, everything I have, I owe it all to God. You know, like, I don't want to think about where I'd be at without Him.